Hello, Wheaton Academy. After Friday's announcement, I come to you with a heavy and a hopeful heart. I can't emphasize enough that after I heard Friday that we would be doing e-learning for the rest of the year, there was a great level of sadness and disappointment that I felt. This decision for schools to be in an e-learning situation from now till the end of the year not only makes me sad, but I know our teachers and staff are so sad and disappointed as well. For all of us, this isn't how it's supposed to be. In May, schools are supposed to be filled with students and teachers celebrating the accomplishments of an incredible year. And this year we won't be able to do that in the same way we have always done. And it's disappointing. But I'm also filled with hope and gratitude. As I've talked with students in town hall meetings over the past few weeks and teachers, I am just blown away and reminded of what I already knew. The quality of people in this community is truly incredible. Somebody somewhere said, crisis doesn't make character, it reveals it. And I would tell you that this crisis has revealed in many ways that are so profound the amazing character of our teachers and of our students. I don't pretend to know the sadness, grief, disappointment, and challenges each of our students and families are facing. I know the ones that I and my family are facing. Yet, over these past weeks, I have seen students, teachers, staff, and family rise up to try to make the best of the circumstances that we have been given. I know that many of you have had a lot of questions as it relates to how the end of the year is going to proceed. And I want to provide you today with some information on how we will navigate the end of the year and some adjustments that we are going to make to ensure that you as students are going to continue to receive a strong education. On Friday, you heard the governor and the state superintendent talk about how concerned they are about students at other schools who return in the fall and how they will be so very behind. And I want to tell you that because of your good work, because of the effort and commitment of students and teachers at Wheaton Academy, I am confident to say that you aren't going to be behind. So we are committed to continuing your education in an excellent way. I also want you to know that we are committed to caring for you and for your families. What this is going to allow us to do is that as you continue to complete your work and check in for attendance each day, we are going to be able to not only give you grades in your classes, but you will get credit for all of your classes. And for those of you who are struggling with e-learning, Student Services has been and will continue to work with you individually to ensure that you are able to finish and get credit as well. So now let me start with a little bit of information on our schedule. Starting the week of April 27th. As many of you may remember, this Friday, April 24th, would have been senior skip day and a half day for our teacher appreciation lunch. Since we won't be able to do that, we are going to take the entire day off. There won't be work, there won't be assignments due. This is a rest day for you as students and for our faculty and staff. Beginning the week of April 27th, this is what our schedule will look like for the rest of the year. Monday and Tuesday will continue to have a 7-period day. Monday you'll be able to tune in and see WATV, and Tuesdays we'll have chapel. Wednesdays and Thursdays will continue to be block days as they normally have. But here's where we're making an adjustment. On Fridays, we are going to have Friday flex days. On these Friday flex days, this will still be a school day. However, students will not get new work or content that they have to do on Friday. They won't need to check in for attendance. Fridays are now designed to give students time to catch up on their work, to check in with teachers, to get feedback and to make sure that as the demands of e-learning continue and as the time that we are apart from one another grows, that you have the time that you need to meet all of your responsibilities. I also want to let you know that as these flexible Fridays start Friday, May 1st, for those of you who are taking AP tests, those AP tests are going to begin on May 11th and go all the way through May 22nd. Part of the reason that we wanted to create these Friday Flex Days is that over 200 of you are going to be taking AP tests. And what this will allow you to do is spend time on May 1st and May 8th to study, to prepare, to get ready, and to put yourself in a great position for these tests. Colleges, more than ever, are generously providing AP credit for students who do well. And I believe the work that you and your teachers have done have given you a good opportunity, but you also need to continue to study and prepare. So these Fridays will allow you who are taking AP tests to do that. Don't forget, though, on Friday, May 15th and 22nd, if you're taking an AP test on that day, you'll still need to make sure that you log in at the correct time and take the test. I also want to let you know that the week of May 18th, we will be having our senior chapel on Tuesday, May 19th. Mr. Hogan, our spiritual life team, and our seniors are going to be working hard to put on that event for our seniors and for the rest of our school. Some of you have asked questions about what we'll be doing for final exams. Seniors, while I know this doesn't in any way make up for what you're going for, this year you are going to be exempt from final exams. If you have turned in all of your work, Friday, May 22nd is going to be your last day of school, and you won't need to worry about final exams. For freshmen through juniors, I know the idea of having high-stakes tests at the end of this type of a semester could be very overwhelming. And so we've made the decision that your final exams won't be worth 20% of your grade this year. Instead, your teachers are already working on end-of-year activities. This could be a test, it could be a project, it could be something else that's going to give all of us an idea of what you've learned. But the grades for those activities and assignments will go into your semester grade and be part of what the work that you have been doing is. So I want you to know that as you take these final activities or projects, that you will be well set up to be successful. And these activities, perhaps tests and assignments, will be due the week of May 26th through 29th. That was our original finals week. And so during that week, you will be completing those final learning activities and assignments. It's really important for freshmen through juniors to know that all of your work, all of your assignments need to be completed by Friday, May 29. We are going to still recognize our honor roll and other end-of-the-year recognitions that we usually do, so we'll have that for you at the end of the year. Now, I want to give some specific information for our senior class and families. I already mentioned that you don't need to take final exams this year if you've completed your work. For now, I want to make you aware of 3 events that we have planned for you. On Friday, May 29, we are going to have a baccalaureate at Wheaton Academy. I think this year it's going to be a drive-in baccalaureate, and we are working on the plans for how we will be able to spend time together worshiping, praying for you as seniors, and giving you a tribute. We'll have more specific details on how we will do that in a way that's appropriate, but also will allow us to come together. On Sunday, May 31st, we will have a virtual graduation recognition that we will air. This is not going to replace the graduation ceremony that we plan to do for all of you, but it will be a short tribute for you on the day that you were going to have graduation to recognize you on that day. On Saturday, June 27th, we are planning to have a graduation ceremony for seniors at Wheaton Academy. At this point, I don't know whether that will just be for our senior class and broadcast to families, or whether or not seniors will be able to bring a few guests to the event. I can assure you we are going to do whatever is possible to bring this community together. But I wanted to let you know that that Saturday, June 27th date is what we are planning on. More information on participation in that ceremony will be coming over the next few weeks. Seniors, we love you, and this is a profound loss for you, but I also want you to know that for us, this is the loss of an opportunity to celebrate you the way that we wanted to celebrate who you've become over these 4 years, to say thank you, to remember the legacy that you have left at Wheaton Academy. And I want you to know we are going to do everything we can over these next weeks, including those events and even some others, to let you know how much you mean to us. Moving on to a few other activities. We are going to be publicizing our plan for virtual concerts, shows, and other activities throughout the month of May. Here are some events and dates I do know about right now. This week coming up, don't forget we have a virtual coffee house on Wednesday night. And then I want to encourage all of you, students and families, to take advantage of our virtual escape game. Wheaton Academy has figured out a way to let you do an escape room from the comfort of your home in groups, and I want to challenge you. This is free of charge to you and your families, but I want to challenge you to see if you can beat Mr. and Mrs. Holtrout, Mr. Thornton, Mrs. Clanky, and Mr. Hockett and I in our time. We've already escaped the room, and I want to encourage you to be part of that opportunity. Our typical Academy Awards ceremony will air on Wednesday evening, May 13th. Details will be sent out to students and their families who would be recognized at that ceremony the first week in May. Also, I want to let you know that we are going to have a homestaying week, the week of May the 4th. It's going to be our quarantine version of homecoming. And while I know it won't be the same, I want to encourage you to keep an eye out for the activities, challenges, dress-up days, and class competitions that we're going to have throughout that week. Some of you may be wondering about Winterim 2021, and while we would typically release the trip information right now, because of the circumstances, we're not able to do that. So all of the information about Winterim will be given to you in August when we return to school. Families and parents, I want to let you know that now, since we have all of the information about the rest of the year, fees for spring sports or activities, as well as refunds for trips that were canceled due to COVID-19, all of those are going to be processed. Questions about the specific refunds for those fees and canceled activities should be directed to your child's coach and sponsor, and they will be working with the business office to get you those refunds as soon as we are able. In terms of summer, Wheaton Academy is going to have our summer academy. Again, I feel like this is the phrase of the year, but I don't know what form it will be in. It could be e-learning. It could also be a blended form that combines in-person and e-learning. I'm not sure yet, but I did want to let all of you know, as you've registered for classes, we are going to be able to provide that opportunity. Information on what classes will be provided will come to you in May, as we always do. Right now, the status of summer athletic camps is yet to be determined based on the state guidelines and information from the IHSA. We'll give that to you as soon as we have it. As we prepare for these next few weeks, right now I want to leave you with Romans 5:3-5. Paul writes, and not only that, but we also boast in our afflictions, because we know that affliction produces endurance. Endurance produces proven character, and proven character produces hope. This hope will not disappoint us, because God's love has been poured out in our hearts through the Holy Spirit who was given to us. Right now, Wheaton Academy, our circumstances have already required endurance, and yet we hold fast to God's promise that his hope and love never disappoint, even in this set of circumstances, I know that God is going to work this together for good. We can do this, Wheaton Academy. I know that because you've done hard things before. You have risen up before, and you have handled challenges in ways that I am always proud of. And we're going to do that again. We're going to do that because of you guys, because of the teachers and the students and the families. And so I want to say thank you. Thanks for being the amazing group of people you are. We are beyond blessed to call ourselves the Wheaton Academy family. And I want to let you know today that you are loved, that we are going to do this, and we are here for you.